Hi there everybody, it's UK independent demonstrator Halsey here from SlimmandStylish.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm using the Positive Thoughts Cling Stamp Set from the mini catalogue by Stampin' Up. I think this is so gorgeous. It's all textured and it works really well. Today I'm just going to be using two of the stamps. I'm going to be using the flower and this Sending Positive Thoughts and Feel Good Wishes sentiment, which I love. There are some gorgeous stamps in here and I've used all of them so many times now, but this is the one I'm going to be using, so let me show you how to make it. First of all, you're going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is 9.5 centimetres by 13.8 centimetres, and I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap Whisper White because I'm going to be off stamping on this, and if you know me, I don't like to get my grid paper dirty. I don't mind if I'm stamping at home getting it dirty, but on a film, if I get it dirty at the start, I think it detracts from the rest of the project and I don't like it. So I'm going to ink this up and I'm just stamping this all over to create a background. I don't know whether you can see that the stamp is raised at certain areas. I'll show you when I've finished stamping all of these in. It gives different impressions in the ink. So some bits are really dark, some bits are really light, and some bits there's no ink on it at all, which gives it this really great sort of 3D effect and makes it look really realistic, I think. When you stamp it in a colour, it looks fantastic. I have got a video on my blog of me doing that, so do check that out because it's so gorgeous. Here's what I mean. So in some areas it's a really, really dark black, in other areas it's a lighter grey, and then it does have the bits missing. So I'm going to be using Light Melon Mambo for this. This is the only colour I'm using, and I'm just going to colour in the bits of the white flower all the way over. This is a different colour to what I'd used previously. On this one I'd used So Saffron, so this is going to be slightly darker. I'm just going over the whole flower like that with the brush tip of the blend. Okay, you just need to do that with all of them. We did used to have a big background stamp that was like this, and I think it was the only stamp in the stamp set, if I remember correctly. Those that have been customers of Stampin' Up long enough or been demonstrators long enough will probably remember it and be able to help me jog my memory as well. I'm sure it was a single background stamp and it was gorgeous. A lot of people stamped it onto coasters and to mugs and made their own stationery that way with it. You can still do this with a smaller one. As soon as I saw it, I thought I wouldn't mind having, because I've got a coaster with a big one on downstairs. That's how I can remember it was there, but I can't remember what else was in the pack because I didn't put anything else on the coaster. And I did think perhaps I could make a matching coaster that has 3 or 4 of these on, so I have like the daddy flower and the baby flowers. Might do that as a video for you, but it is very similar, and the way the light is on it is very similar as well. So if you've still got that stamp set, it will work amazing together. Almost there. Go. It's quite a nice stamp set for spring, this, with the flower on it. I'm a fan, and there's a butterfly on it as well, so you know me, I like butterflies. We have a few butterfly stamp sets at the moment, so they always work for me. The ribbon that I've used at the back of here is just a slight trim, has been the Whisper White with the silver edging. I'm just going to cut that so it's just a little bit bigger than my card. Not too much bigger, I don't want to waste it, but I do want to fold it over to stick it. And I'm going to colour that with the same colour blend. So I'm just going to put my finger on the corner Just run that along. It doesn't matter if you don't go all the way to the edges, because like I said, you're going to be folding it over to stick it down. So it doesn't really matter. Then while I'm doing the rest of the stamping, I'm just going to leave that on the side to dry. So for this bit here, I have lots and lots of scrap pieces of Whisper White that are this size. Because when I cut my backing sheet, these are 9.5 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres. At the end of the cardstocks, you'll have 1, 2. There is always a strip at the end. So I always have loads of these sentiment strips that are the same width as the card. And I'm always looking for places to use them. And this sentiment in this stamp set fits it perfectly. And I quite like it, sending positive thoughts and feel good wishes. That's quite an upbeat sentiment, I think. I think it's nice. So I'm just going to ink that up and stamp it in the middle. There we go. I have some cardstock. So this is the Daffodil Delight cardstock. It's not, it doesn't actually match. It's not Mango Medley. I'd run out of Mango Medley. So I'd used So Saffron here, and I'm using Mango Medley here to see which one I can use with the cardstock. But actually, I think both of them work quite well. They're only sort of a shade off, so I don't think it's a massive issue. Just stick that down. And then I'm going to run a strip of snail, not long. I'm going to try and do that as straight as possible, because that's where I'm going to stick the ribbon. Stick that down there. Turn it over and just put a little bit of snail on each edge so that I can stick that over. And then I'm going to snail the whole thing and stick it to my card. So this is thick Whisper White, cut in half and then scored in half to make a 10-fold card. And I'm going to pop this, but I'm going to put it just over the ribbon so you get the tiniest edging of the ribbon. I'm going to use a dimensional to stick it up. It's going to hide the majority of the ribbon, but you are just going to see that sparkle on it. Before I do that, I've forgotten something, and I want to do that first. I don't know whether you can see on this one, there is a lot of glitter on the centre of the flowers. I'd forgotten that step. So I'm just going to use my fine tip glue pen. I'm going to pop a dot in the centre of each of the flowers. And put the lid on straight away with this. It is a nightmare if the glue goes over the top to try and clear it. So make sure once you've finished it, you put the lid straight back on. And I'm just going to grab that Whisper White from earlier. Sorry, the scrap paper from earlier. Fold it over to create a funnel. And I'm just going to come in with some of our Dazzling Diamonds Thin Glitter. Draw a bit on each one of those flowers that I've put the glue on. Exactly the same down this end. I find I very rarely use my Dazzling Diamonds. That's probably why it's so full. I love it when I use it, but I always forget about it, and I use my Wink of Stella or anything else. But I think if you want a 3D effect, the Dazzling Diamonds is just, I don't know if you can see, look how much it dazzles. It's amazing. So there we go. That's it on the card now. Now I can go back to sticking my sentiment over the top. And that's the card done. So do you prefer it in the Melon Mambo? I'm not sure if you can see it that differently. or in the So Saffron. I quite like, sorry, not the Melon Mambo, the Mango Medley. Melon Mambo's pink, you'd know the difference there. I quite like it in the Mango Medley. I think that pops a little bit more. Let me know which one you think, and I'll see you soon. All of these products are available to purchase over at SlimmandStylish.com. If you go up to the header and click on buy, it will take you to my online store. This is Positive Thoughts, so you can pop it into your checking basket. And if you do shop with me, please don't forget to use my hostess code, which you can find on my website, as that way I get an email to say that you've spent with me and you've used my hostess code, and I will pop a little thank you present in the post to you. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.